Welcome to As It Is Below, a Brindlewood Bay actual play show from Looking for Mom ttrpg. Today we are shouting out park rangers. Park rangers keeping us safe, making sure we don't walk into bears and all sorts of things. Shout out to you, park rangers. We love you and your funky hats. Tonight, we are returning back to Brindlewood Bay. But first I want to talk about some things that are happening on the Looking for Mom channel. Have we found Mom yet? No, we have not. We are still actively looking for her. But I can confirm we did find some pretty cool actual play content besides our Brindlewood Bay campaign. We've got some other GMs who are striking up or finishing the Humblewood 5e campaign just wrapped. We've got some players who are surviving Mothership in ways that are statistically impossible. And we have an Otherscape adventure from City of Mist starting up soon. So you can subscribe to our channel and get those notifications. And also to see what our motley crew is doing and how we are ruining our own lives because feelings. Speaking of ruining our own lives, tonight, in As It Is Below, we have just finished in our last session wrapping up the thrilling and chilling conclusion of Murder Most Foul by Amanda Mullins. I'm going to skip the recap here because how could I capture everything that happened and who died and all of those things? So if you haven't watched that episode, I'm going to spoil something in a moment. So just pause. It's okay. No one's going to be mad at you. Pause and go watch the other one and then come back and you'll be good to go. But if you have watched it, then you know that there is simply too much to recap. Drugs, death, secret reveals, birds, multiple birds, all the things. Instead of starting a new mystery, though, tonight we are embarking on our second ever special. Specials are a bit of homebrew that we like to do because we can't get enough of hurting our own feelings, and we thought maybe we stretch this out. Maybe we get another session where we're just crying in the club. So that's what we're going to do. Tonight we are not introducing a new mystery. We will tease it, but instead we are diving into what Brindlewood Bay really is, this town and its inhabitants, their lives and their longings. And we'll see how our mavens are contending with the deaths from the last mystery, the bone vulture, the ghost raven, and any secrets they might be harboring that are festering just underneath the skin. So without further ado, I think we need to introduce our mavens again. Who would like to go first?
I can go first.
You're gonna go first.
Yeah. Hey there. I'm Megan. Pronouns she, her. I'll be playing Violet today. Pronouns she, her as well. I should have said I was playing someone else just to start a bit. Now I regret it, but it's fine. Violet is wondering if she's made the right choices lately. And also wondering what else Murray knows.
Murray be knowing a lot. He's not a liar, that bird.
I would trust Murray with my life.
Dangerous.
Totally safe.
Should I go first?
Well, you'd be going second because Megan went first.
Yes.
I'm sorry, my intro doesn't count.
It's because you didn't introduce yourself as someone else. Hi, my name is Sydney. I'm DMing for you today. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, my name is Angeli. My pronouns are she, her, and my character's name is Thea de la Rosa, also she, her. She's a rough and tumble granny who dreams of bone vultures and running away, but might have finally found something or someone to stay for.
And it's Carolyn.
Yep.
Stop. Well, hi. I'm also Sydney. No. I am Asney. Pronouns she, her, playing Marina, also she, her. And Marina just doesn't want to go to the party, and she just wants to do tea drugs with her friends, human and bird alike.
Right on. How lucky would I be if you all were my internal monologuers and you, in fact, were all Sydney? One, to have the technology to do this, but two, to have thought up such three wonderful, magnificent storytellers as yourselves. That's crazy. I am also Sydney. I've been here the whole time to rip off Sam Reich, and I am playing all of the people these people aren't playing. And my pronouns are she, her. Yeah, we did a lot. We're doing a lot. I think we last left off with a note I made you guys make for me called end of session questions. So we need to do some of those here. For those of you who need a refresher at the end of every session, or in our campaign's case, we do them at the end of every mystery. If our mavens can answer yes to the questions they selected before, they gain experience. They gain enough experience, they can take an advancement, such as improving a stat, taking a new move, things of that nature. So we are going to go down our sheet, starting with Thea here. Angeli, we do know that the murder maven solved a mystery, so that's already one.
Cool.
But did you share your wisdom with a young person?
I think so. I tried to slide it in right at the end with what's her face?
Danny.
With Danny, yeah.
Yep, you sure did. And she is younger than you. And did you behave like a woman half your age?
All the time. Jumping up onto a table, running around, sneaking into the dodo room with Marina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Begging any authority official to let you stay over.
Yeah. Just 5 more minutes.
Yes, so that's 3 experience points your way, which allows you to take an advancement. What advancement are you taking?
Cool. I am taking the B.A. Baracus Maven move, which is once per session. If you and or any number of your fellow mavens would suffer physical harm, you can describe how that physical harm is just narrowly avoided, because I feel like we get hurt way too many times.
Would have been a good move for you to have when you were getting shot.
I was gonna say, how's that shoulder feeling?
Great. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Moving on to Marina. Marina, we know that the murder maven solved a mystery, so that's 1 experience point. Did you share a memory of a late family member?
I know I shared like the beach scene, like the hallucination beach scene. We count that.
Did you share it with someone else? That's a hallucination you had singularly.
I had.
Was the dodo creeping on the hallucination though? Because like,
I don't think he was there.
okay.
I do think very early on, and if this is wrong, people who watch these in consecutive order, don't tell me. In the first episode of the mystery, when you guys are pulling up like the plague mask and I feel like in that sort of area you mentioned Ryan.
I feel
Does
like I remember
jog anything?
I feel like I remember mentioning him. I don't remember.
Yes.
I think it was with the arcane, like the hand, the mummified hand, and the jester and all of that.
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
We'll count it. Why not?
Okay.
And did you behave like a woman half your age?
I mean, locking ourselves in with the bird and plotting to like go with like dodo, drugs. Yeah. All the things.
So 3 experience points your way. And what advancement are you taking?
I'm gonna go with the Maven move, Jim Rockford.
Love it. You get some fun answering machine stuff if you can, and experience if you can get it done.
Pump for more creepies.
More creepies. And then Violet. We know the murder maven solved a mystery. Did you behave like a woman half your age?
Yeah, she talked her way back into the Murray room to steal things.
Absolutely. And did you show someone that you've still got it?
I had something else, but the thought I just had was I think that she proved to Arden, who's now in jail, and she has Murray, that
I think so.
I think it applies. Hi.
I think that'd work.
Thank you. Yeah, Artemis agrees with me, so if you don't agree, look at her. You're gonna argue with her? Look at the wisdom in this beard.
It would fool me, except for I knew her when she was a puppy.
She was still wise then.
Sure, those are the stories you told me.
Definitely.
3 experience points your way. Which advancement are you taking?
I am going to increase an ability modifier by 1, and because Violet's basic strategy for most things in her life is to talk her way through them or out of them, which does not always work, we're going to increase presence.
Probably a great stat for you to be increasing. All right, end of session questions done. Our reminder can be removed, and let's get to the bay. It has been a few days since you all walked out of the Brindlewood Bay bed and breakfast and banquets with a Murray in tow, knowing that you had enough evidence to put Arden Adler away for good, for killing Rocco Corbin, framing his bird, and then asking you all to unframe his bird in a hopes that you would then frame someone else and he would get away with it. Of course, in these last couple of days, you did have to contend with the fact that JJ Robin was also killed, and that case is still ongoing. A lot of people think Arden did it. It would make sense. He's already a killer. He was already there. JJ's body was found in a room that had a lot of information. Maybe wrong place, wrong time. Arden still denies any wrongdoing. He especially denies the death of JJ Robin being at his hand. And so news articles drag on. Danny writes up both a scathing article and a touching obituary of her. I don't know how you'd quantify their relationship, her acquaintance, her close past friend. That you all have, of course, read since then. And once again, time continues to slip into Brindlewood Bay in ways that try to lull you into a false sense of security. These things being broken up by, of course, the dreams that ravage Marina at night, the clouded figures moving up high in the sky that tease at the edge of Thea's vision, and the wait to see if you get any more emails, Miss Violet. These are quiet days, but they are uneasy at best and arduous at worst, because this undercurrent of the bay continues to churn. You know there's someone out there who does not want you to succeed, but you don't know how strong they are and how many they are. Though I think the 3 of you are starting to understand the lengths at which they will go to ensure they can accomplish their plan. We follow the Ghost Raven through town, flying. It's so cloudy that it's hard to even tell that it is this bird in particular. If we had not have seen, oh my gosh, it's so cloudy. It would be hard to tell that it's this white opalescent bird at all. Had we not just seen them last episode as they careen in and out of these column-like clouds that are covering most of the bay. This late winter, early spring tends to bring with it some pretty nasty storms. And it has been cloud coverage for days, not a sunny moment in sight. And as it dips up and down through the clouds, we see a much bigger figure above it move very slowly, something darker. To those of you, of course, on the ground, just a storm cloud. To the ghost raven up in our clouds, yeah, we can hear some bones moving. But our raven dips below and we catch a glimpse, a foggy glimpse of the bay. And that glimpse is of a garden that is recovering from storm and frost. That just a few nights ago, 3 elderly women sat in it and did some drugs and experienced some things that were very harrowing. Violet, Thea, Marina, we find you all in Thea's garden once more. What do we see? Our camera, our bird's eye view.
I think as they get settled in, Violet like laughing a little bit because like I don't know, a lot has gone on. I think she's making some joke about, well, yeah, I guess I really regret introducing you to Arden now. Sorry about that. That was a poor choice on my part.
Oh, you couldn't have known.
I mean, he invited us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like which is crazy, like, which I guess is kind of insulting, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought we were stupid enough to pin it on someone else.
Yeah, that. I just wonder if I ever really knew him.
Maybe he's one of those that like likes to keep close into the investigations to seem less suspicious.
Yeah, maybe. I never would have thought it of him, you know? Just.
But we got Murray out of it. How's he doing?
Oh, he's doing so good. I'm so proud of him. He's been settling in. You know that big I got a new bird. Oh, I haven't even had time to show you guys. I got a new bird feeder actually. Yeah, managed to pick it up at the end of the show, but yeah, we sit and watch the crows eat on their little platform, you know, out the window. So he's doing good.
Has he said anything? Anything else?
He says Murray knows a lot.
He's just
and, like, mostly, and like he likes to say friends, likes to talk about how we're friends, and likes to talk about you know, like he was in the room where he's like, you know, friends visit Murray. He asked that a lot. So you guys definitely need to come over soon.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He's really been liking peanuts lately. So if you want to bring him some treats, I would recommend peanuts.
All right. I kind of regret not getting to know him more. I mean, the last time I made friends with a bird, and Taya's just gonna go back to like continuing to fix up her garden and work on the things in her garden that she's been working on. I think for a while she's been marking like sort of like in memoriam the rocks in her garden with the various names of like the innocent people who have died around them. And so she's like quietly carving to herself like the rock for JJ Robin.
Oh, my heart. I should just go over as like Marina will go over and like watch her do it and just put her hand like on her shoulder and just kind of like rub them like circles.
Yeah. I think Violet will grab some of Teo's flowers and set them down like one next to each of the rocks that Thea has.
Marina will put a crystal next to any of them for like safe passage.
Thea, you grew up here. I mean, I've only been here a few years, but I mean, was Brindlewood Bay always like this? Because these last few months, just.
I mean, there's always been some sort of mystery here and there. I mean, the whole thing with that kid who disappeared. But I guess I had just been moving too fast to, you know, notice anything.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems strange, right?
Yeah. Are you okay, Violet?
Um, I mean, I know you guys have had a lot to deal with too, and like I really want to say yes, but no, not really. It's been a lot.
Yeah, Taya's gonna get up, take
Yeah.
off. Oh, you go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I think Marina will just go and say, "Here, let me make some tea. Tea, do you want one too?"
Yeah, I'd love one, Marina.
And she'll just go make tea so that for them.
Yeah, Taya's gonna like take off her jacket and like wrap it around Violet.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, the dogs are rolling around in real life.
Marina will come back with the tea and like just go.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a little chilly. So I need to tell you guys something. And I kind of want to make you promise you're not going to think any differently of me after I tell you it.
No, of course not.
Yeah, why would you ever think we of all people would think of you differently?
It doesn't exactly put me in a good light.
I mean, it's
But
not like you murdered someone, right?
not that I know of. But I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay. I think somebody sent me a photo of what I suspect is my daughter.
Like the one that's in the rainforest, or
No, the one that I didn't know was a daughter because I've actually never seen them.
Oh, Violet, are you okay? How are you feeling?
Not exactly great. I also uh we've called them Phoenix for years because I didn't know I was 17 and I never knew what happened to them. And I got an email like a week ago. I don't know when it was, but before all the bird kerfuffle, and it was from a contact of mine, and this little girl, she looked just like me.
Whoa.
And I can't find any other information. I can't find where the photo came from, and I don't know anything else, and I haven't exactly told Gavin yet about it.
oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, maybe we can get one of those nerdy kids from the high school to like backtrack these photos or that photo.
Yeah, you can figure out where it came from.
If anybody can find it, that'd be great. And her hands are like shaking, and she pulls her phone out, and the picture is already up on the screen when she unlocks the phone, but she's like, I don't know I feel like it's got to be her, but then the really weird thing is, and she'll go to the next picture, they sent me 2 pictures, and the other one is the exact same photo but like without her, which is really strange.
Do you know where your informant got these photos?
No, unfortunately. It was all that they could find, it sounded like, but I haven't been able, like I tried to reverse image search and I wasn't able to come up with anything. And I mean, it's so stupid. It's been so many years. I just it's probably not even them. But
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, Violet, how did you lose her?
I don't know that I ever had her, to be honest with you, but it's, you know, I don't know, I want to say a classic story of our youth because I feel like everybody knows somebody, but I got pregnant when I was 17 with my high school sweetheart at the time. Um, God, hopefully he's rotting by now. But
Oh,
um, my parents weren't happy about it and they didn't approve. And unfortunately, at the time, I was still a minor when I gave birth. So they got to make the decisions and they took her. Well, I mean, presumably her. I don't know. I never even got to see them. Like, as soon as they were born, they whisked them away immediately, and I never saw them again. And basically, the minute I turned 18, I mean, I ran away a little bit before that, but like the minute I turned 18, I left and I've never seen either of my parents again. They haven't gotten to know any of, well, any of their grandchildren. But yeah, I mean, I was just a stupid kid.
I think Marina's like tearing up out of like sadness for her friend and also rage that this happened to her. And just like shaking her head, but then like we'll hold her hand. Like, thank you for trusting us and sharing this with us. She's beautiful. She looks just like you.
Yeah. And I think Violet's kind of like looking at the picture on her phone and she's just like pulling Taya's jacket like closer around her shoulders and like I mean it's got to be her, right?
I mean, she's your spitting image.
yeah. And you don't recognize those people in the photo?
No, I've never seen them before. And I just I this took over my life for a long time. It's actually the reason that I moved to Brindlewood Bay in the first place. Um,
Really? How's that?
it's been years ago. It was, I think it was right after we adopted Lark. So we had two little kids at home. I I got some information that there was a child adopted around the same time in Brindlewood Bay, and I don't know, it wasn't a lot to go on. It wasn't a for sure, it wasn't anything, but it just it pointed this way. But I mean, we had two little kids at home. What were, we couldn't uproot them. Um so when we finally retired and the kids are all grown, and Mavis with her own kids, I finally got Gavin to move here and see if maybe we'd still be able to find anything out so many years later. But I mean, this is the only thing I've seen so far.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hey, do you recognize them? I mean, if they lived here, maybe you ran into them.
I mean, I didn't, guys, I didn't have a lot of friends. Um, So I don't think I really recognize them. But I mean, we can keep a lookout from now on, now that we know what they look like.
Yeah. I mean, I'd appreciate it. I've been, yeah. I, I've tried, like I said, I've tried, reverse image searching, and my contact hasn't been able to get anything else. But I can't. I mean, it almost feels like sometimes it didn't happen. Like it was so long ago, and I was so young, and I just the idea of having a kid out there, and she's starting to like, just the tears are just starting to fall as she just it's actually why we decided to adopt, because I figured if somebody adopted my kid, then the least I could do was adopt another kid that needed a home.
Artemis knows.
Artemis knows. Yeah.
Boy,
Oh no.
it's starting quick.
Oh my god.
Artemis says, "Stop right there."
No, you were adopted too, okay?
Oh
Man.
Timing, guys.
Yeah, Taya's just gonna run up to Violet and give her a big hug, like a really tight squeeze.
Violet is like squeezing them both back, like hands like fisted in their shirt, just like crying on their shoulders, just like, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Mina's also like full crying.
Yeah.
Already like on the verge of tears, and I was just like sobs.
Yeah, Taya's trying not to cry. She's just being so tough.
Too cool.
I guess you're just too cool to cry.
Guess I'm just too cool.
Marina, it is honesty hour after all. Have some things you'd like to get off your chest.
Yeah, I think after we've like dispelled, maybe like caught our breaths a little bit, to like find the moment. Maybe after we've like finished our teas, she'll come like in the room with like a little pouch, and you know how earlier you were talking about that thing that happened to the kid a long time ago?
Yeah.
There's been, I mean, I didn't know anything really about him before, but I think I kind of met him, or a version of him, in a dream I had. And this looks silly. You're gonna think this is nothing, but this piece of paper, it's just a silly piece of paper, but in my dream I gave it to him, and when I woke up it was in my hand. And it's the same thing with this. And then she'll pull out a watch. This watch was in my dream, and I don't own this watch, and I woke up and it was with me. It came from my dream. And remember the baseball glove, the initials, the boy in the dream, I asked him if his name was George, and things just got really weird after that.
Really? Did he say anything else in the dream?
He was really lost. I tried to help him get back, but it was just really confusing. He didn't know a lot, but when I said his name, it got strange.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just, I woke up almost close to after that, but I know that that's him. I know that that's his name, and I know that's who I met. And we were and then after, I've been having visions and hallucinations about baseball.
Hmm.
I don't know a thing about baseball except how to make their bracelets and now how to clean their uniforms. I get all the stains out when I volunteer. But for some reason, I keep dreaming about baseball and hearing whooshes that sound like maybe bats, and not the flying kind.
That's, oh my goodness.
I
Have
don't know.
you had dreams of any other kids? Because just in some of the research I've done, there have been a lot of, like, a weird number of kids that have gone missing, and that some of them came back. They found some of them here, but it's really strange.
It's just been George.
Okay. Hey, Taya, you talked to Carolyn at the bird show, right?
Yeah. I
'Cause-
was trying to be her friend, but she was talking all crazy.
So I think, Sid, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was a little after George went missing. Carolyn was one of the kids that went missing.
What?
Yeah, but like I guess they found her. I don't know. I couldn't find a lot of details about it. Just that she was missing and then she was found.
I mean, I guess that would make a lot of sense. She seems like she's gone through a lot.
Yeah. Were you anywhere in particular when you saw George in your dream?
There was a lighthouse,
Okay.
and everything else was just dark. I've had ones when I'm in a baseball field. I had one at the bank, the one around the grocery store. I think that one was the one where I got the watch. Yeah. Yeah. And that hand, the one from the quintuple B, the weird runish hand, that one also showed up in a dream a while back.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then God, I've seen the jester, but I think that's just haunting me. But,
Yeah.
but who knows? Who knows with the rest of this? I mean, maybe it is connected.
Yeah.
I mean, we found a map, right?
Yeah, no, I've got Violet, she probably has a picture of the map, not the actual map, because I think it was pretty old.
Very old.
Yes. But yeah, she'll scroll through the pictures on her phone, and pull up the map. Yeah. It was oh gosh. It was like one of Corinne's ancestors, I think. There was a picture, right? It was a Whately. Yeah, it was a Whately.
On the front of that, the original document, it's a picture of Atticus Whately with his other, sort of his contemporaries and the stuffed dodo.
Yeah. So, I mean, now that we're looking at the map and thinking about the locations of Marina's dreams, is anything correlating? Anything sparking interest here?
Yeah. What is it a map of? I forgot.
I think it was an area in Brindlewood Bay, but I don't know if we knew exactly because
it just says a map.
I was thieving.
You didn't have a lot of time to look at it initially, and even here, it is very difficult to discern. It looks like it is a hand-drawn topographical. So you're seeing some elevation lines, but you do see markings of bodies of water.
Ooh.
So you would see the pond at the fen. You would see the pond next to all of the mannequins and the quarry at the bottom of Homecoming Cliff, or Bonfire Cliff, or whatever it's named. Past me will figure it out. Future me will dub over this maybe. And you see the bay as a whole. So with those things, you probably could orient it. In which case, you can roughly make out like what part of this map would be where town is now. And most of it just seems to be covered in woods. But again, it's hand drawn and crude. It's I think you would be able to figure that out at least without a roll. Just because bodies of water are a different color on it.
Okay. Yeah. Do you need some tea for sleeping? Like, are you doing okay with these dreams? Because that's a lot.
I do need tea, but a very special kind. And that's I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I'm hyping myself up, and I think you have the glove, so I want to collect everything that we have of George and kind of set it around me.
Okay.
And I'll take some octane tea and then see what comes up. I mean, if my dreams are already going in that direction, maybe this will just like give it a boost, and I can figure out what all of this means, and maybe figure out if it's connected to all the other weird stuff and warnings. And
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll visit your dream again, right?
yeah, I'd love to see him, and I want to make sure he's okay. He seems so lost.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea, Marina.
Yeah, and you had good luck with octane in the past, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be there to make sure you're okay. If that's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want that.
I want that.
We smash cut to
Is
Marina.
this date night?
No, not the date night.
Also,
well, if it's not the
crazy
date night, Violet will offer to come and hang out.
It sounded like this was happening immediately after. Like you were going to do this now.
Let's do it. Before we do that, because we sat down and I mean we had tea and trauma to be fair, but could that be a cozy move to clear a condition?
Thea was also gardening, technically.
You were moving a rock.
Carving a rock.
How do you carve a rock?
With like a Dremel, like a little Dremel tool.
I just imagine you guys are having this heartfelt scene and you're fucking like grinding this rock down.
Yeah.
Chiseling it down.
Yes, this can be a cozy move. It is going to be with the tea part.
Yep.
Not with the gardening part.
I tried. It's okay.
You all can clear a condition.
Thanks.
Because you all took part. Marina, what did you clear?
I cleared haunted. Play ball sticking around a little bit.
Yeah, you might need play ball. Thea, what are you clearing?
I think bird gossip, because I feel like we've moved past the birds now. Everything is feeling better.
Or so you think. Violet, what are you clearing?
I'm gonna clear Murray nose / bird acquaintance. We love you, Murray.
No, he's bird friend.
Bird friend.
He's a bird friend. There's lots of bird friends in Brindlewood Bay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because it's your cozy activity, Violet, I believe you can stumble upon a thing.
Yes.
We're not in an actual mystery.
Yeah.
So what I will pause it, I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
You can either get a void clue, but there will be an associated night move with composure. You can untick something from your cozy little place.
Ooh.
Or I will reveal to you who that bee is.
Okay. I gotta know who he is. That's the one.
Ooh.
That's the one.
That'll be a part of our stinger. Let me
I
write
am
it down.
sad.
Now, Marina, you are sitting somewhere and you have many things around you. You want to remind us the items that you might have present?
Yeah, so for sure that that piece of paper that almost had something written on it from the
Mhm.
latest dream with George, the watch, and the mitt.
Mhm.
I think the map for good measure. What else do we have?
The tiny carved walrus compass.
Tiny carved walrus compass. Do we have some of the playing cards? I don't think I want those near me.
You have one of the gold coin eyes from the dodo.
Oh, I don't want that one either.
Oh, did Thea collect that?
I know that Jackie took one because then you guys got into an argument right after. So.
Yeah, so I think Thea did take it.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
And I think maybe she'll like try to find a picture like online of George and just like look at it before to
Yeah. There's a photo. There's a picture of their little league team.
Okay. She'll kind of have that and set some candles, set her best, shiniest, most powerful crystals around her in like a little circle.
Oh, and the umbrella.
Oh, the umbrella. Okay. I'll put the umbrella somewhere around there. And then yeah, have a little tea and get ready. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, and we're gonna find stuff out.
Night move with sensitivity. Before you roll it, what are you afraid can go wrong?
Well, just a bunch of stuff. I think she's most afraid of it being something different. Of the dream or like the hallucination just being something so off base, not even connecting with something around George, and it being a bad trip. And something that she comes back from like a little scarred.
Oh, Marina, it's gotta be worse than that.
Can we
Not
offer...
only... Let me give the stakes first. First, because you were trying to contact George, this will be at disadvantage because of your play ball condition.
Oh.
2, it's worse than that. Not only could this go awry and not be what you want, what if it's all of the worst parts of what you want? And you talked about coming back scarred. I think you're in a position to potentially not come back at all. People die from octane. It is an illegal drug after all. What if your trip is that bad? Or what if it's bad enough you do come back, but in a Carolyn-like situation? I think you could be forever changed by this, for sure. I think you're right on the money.
Yup. Okay.
Wait, can we provide at least to make it a straight roll, like the help action, like gathering all of Marina's crystals and like tucking her in, like...
I don't know how those are gonna help with the sensitivity.
A little forehead
those
kiss for her third eye.
just a little smoochy smooch.
Here's what I will offer. With any help action, of course, you can make it a straight roll, but if there are any consequences, anyone who helps will also suffer them.
Yeah, I think Thea would be holding Marina's hand the whole time.
Okay.
Familia.
Familia.
This is
That's
this is
just
group
good.
effort.
So this is a straight roll.
I'm gonna roll them all first to see which ones are feeling good. Okay, let's roll the ones that rolled 5s. Okay.
Oh gosh.
A 5 and a 5 that tipped over into a 1.
No.
So plus your 1 is a 7.
7. Yeah.
Cool. You feel Octane take hold, Marina. And I think you get gracefully presented with a choice. You know, if you want to fully seek out what you're looking for and really connect, you cannot be tethered to the world in which you are trying to leave right now. That being said, if you continue to have your fellow mavens close nearby holding hands, you might not get deep enough to learn what you need to learn. But by letting go of them, you can potentially reach a place where you can speak to George. This is your opportunity to either press forward or to wheel back because you might get a consequence you don't want.
Presses forward.
Do you let go of Thea's hand? Of Violet's hand?
I think she'll kind of like grip her hands like into fists. Yeah. So that they're not being held, or that she's not holding onto them, that they can like maybe like try to hold it, but she's let go.
Mm-hmm. Thea and Violet, when this happens and Octane and what is beyond make connection with their conduit, you see Marina's head go back. Eyes open, slack-jawed. Still sitting upright, though. All of the candles lit, snuffed out.
Oh.
Thea, do we do something? Like, should I
Uh,
hold my hand? Is this okay?
I don't know. I don't know. Tan's just gonna like wrap herself around Marina. Do we try to wake her up?
I don't know. Is that like unsafe or is that just like sleepwalkers?
I don't know. I'm scared. Her eyes are open.
Yeah. And like Violet like waves in front of her face and is like, Marina, are you like, hold on? And then she goes, okay. It's okay with you. Presumably Marina's bag of crystals is somewhere sitting nearby. Violet goes to her purse or wherever she normally keeps it, and she just starts pulling out all of the crystals.
Yep.
And she just starts like carefully around Thea, just putting all of them on Marina.
Yeah, I think Taya's just gonna hold on really, really tight
Yeah.
for warm.
Taya, you don't need to keep her warm. She is burning up. If you continue to hold on, you will be burned too.
I'm holding on.
All right, please take the condition burned.
Great.
Oh no!
It's okay.
Oh my god. Violet's gonna find a tiny crystal and like shove it into your fist. Like, just poke it.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Just probably like poke out, poke out, poke out. Like, should
Yeah,
you
I think
be
it nicks
warm?
you. You draw a little bit of blood on that crystal as you poke it in.
Gosh, oh god, I thought all her crystals were like smooth, like they're
Violet.
usually good for fidgeting.
As the next bit of blood comes out from that pinprick, it is jet black. And our camera is going to cut. Marina, you pull back from these tethers so hard. It's as if your spirit just gets yanked out of your body. Pulled across the bay. And So familiarly, you visit the pond that is at the bottom of that cliff, next to all of the mannequins in the quarry. The same one where you dreamed of sailors chanting and you being just below the surface so many months ago. And you were pulled backwards through it and watch the water all come up. You're floating. You're sinking. It's hard to tell the difference between those two when where you are is nothing. You hear an echo of a phrase spoken to you about a week ago. I don't know if that's my name. What's your name? And all around, what's your name? 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 You also hear underneath the sound of George's panicked voice, the sound of a bird. What's your name?
George, it's okay. I'm a friend. My name's Marina.
You hear George go, Right. I have friends, and my friends they're gonna come find me, and it'll all be okay. And underneath that, you hear the dodo go, Oh, friends visit.
Yeah, George, is there somebody with you?
You're here. Your name's what did you? Oh, what's your name again?
Marina.
Marina, like marine. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you're here and I'm here. I don't know where here is. I was in the woods. I was at my secret hideout.
Oh, how long have you been here?
I don't know. Did the Little League Championships happen yet?
In real life, have like hers happen yet?
I think contemporary to you, it is spring, and those happen later. George went missing in the summer.
Okay. Not quite yet.
Oh, good. I still have time to practice. Hey, I don't know where you are. Do you know where my baseball glove went?
Oh, I have it.
You have it.
Me and my friend found it.
You hear the dodo underneath. Gifts for the party. She's bringing gifts for your party.
Is there somebody else? Hello? What party?
As you say that, your scene changes.
Oh.
Your feet touch down on the pitcher's mound. But instead of being in a championship game, you are at a ruddy, hand-built plank of wood out in the middle of what looks like the woods. Things are amorphous and shifting here. Every tree, the lighthouse, the stars in the sky seem to sort of flicker and sputter as if they can't quite decide where they're going to land. This place without being, as components land down all around you. The grass, the baseball mitt, the umbrella, the compass. The compass, as you see as it lands, it shivers and shakes and turns into a baseball, which is what it was originally in your dream before it became the compass.
Oh.
And as you say, what party? The dodo materializes in front of you. No longer stuffed, a fully real bird, still gold coins for eyes, though one seems to be missing.
Marina takes a step back. Big ol' step, like stumbling step back.
Roll me just a quick day move with vitality to keep your feet in this shifting landscape.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Okay, you keep your footing, and reality starts to solidify around you. You're still within the Pitcher's Mound, of course. And you hear in the distance George go, "Hey, I'm the pitcher."
Come here. You can pitch. Come on, we can practice. I can help you practice. I'm not very good, but
Oh, you are quite talented to be able to reach here in this way. Do you make a little circle? Bring your little artifacts.
I don't know what you are. But I'm here for George.
Oh, you're here for George. And he laughs that same laugh, and he starts to split and shiver, and out of the dodo, another dust puff, and then there is a young boy in his Little League outfit. You're here for this, George.
Yes. George, are you okay?
George is a little busy practicing right now. He has a big game coming up.
What is this?
Oh, is this, I sense I'm causing a bit of distress here. Let me change. And he flitters again, and you see the figure of Carolyn. Is this easier? Someone who is more contemporary to your age?
I don't know what you're doing. But I know that your statue, your stuffed self, hurt my friend. Hurt Thea.
Oh, Thea's my friend too. Thea visited me. And then left. You guys could have been here together, but I don't know. Thea knocked me down. So maybe she's better friends with you. I hear you guys are getting quite close.
She starts to like feel bile in her mouth that like he knows anything about this. Just like shaking her head in like anger. I don't want you to be in her head, to show up for her in any kind of way.
I'm about to show up as her. And he shifts again, and out of Carolyn is a Thea.
Marina starts crying. just like, you're sick. I don't know what game you're playing.
Party games are for the party. It hasn't even started yet. My friend's still doing preparations. Now, would you be a dear and just wait there for just one moment? And he's saying this, of course, as Thea.
Nope.
Just wait there for just one moment. You came as you please. You can, of course, leave as you please. I cannot stop you. But I do have... I know this might be hard to believe, but I am trying to help you all. But no one seems to want to listen. And as he says that, it's Thea's body, but the face shifts and you see stripes. And then the rest of the body moves. Oh, sorry. When I think of people who just don't seem to listen, it just sort of happens naturally. And he shifts again.
Stripes, what?
The body he's in now. Looks an awfully lot like Violet.
Does it look exactly like Violet? Like
Not exactly.
What?
Oh, you haven't met this one yet.
What's wrong with this one? This is. There's something off. This isn't Violet. What have you done to her?
You're right. This is not Violet. Though, given by your surprise, I still have some secrets out in Brindlewood Bay. I do owe you a gift. And he changes once more out of this. And back to his dodo shape. And his overturned beak is an envelope.
Takes it.
Now, this is very important, dear Marina. It's a party invitation. I am quite impressed by you. Getting here all by yourself and not tackling me puts you at least a league above your friends. And then to say you've always had quite a connection to those of us beyond. Little errand runner, I've heard.
You don't know a thing about me.
Oh, I don't know a thing about you. Oh, I know that you have a sister. I know that you loved your first husband very much, and he loved you too. And this is not me lying, I just know these things. I know that you found a boy's mitt in the woods. In the background, you hear George go, "Hey, that's mine!" And you got the urge to play baseball. I know you've always been connected to those of us who linger just beyond reality. And unlike those spirits who would have you deliver MP3 files and photos and whatnot, what I'm entrusting you with, of course, is something much more important. You see, the party is starting soon, and I would very much like you to be alive to see it. I think that, well, you're special. And at the end of days, I really wouldn't want to see you dead. So hold on to that for me, and when the party starts, you'll be able to redeem it.
I open it up.
It's a playing card.
Which one?
It's the Joker. But where the Joker's face is a white mask.
I don't understand.
Now, we don't have much time. I believe you want to see a little boy about a game he's playing, but you just redeem that. Of course, you know, you staying alive means, of course, someone else is going to have to go. That is sort of the transitive property of everything, but...
No. Rewind. What?
I'm sure you can think of at least 10 people you would rather not see walk upon the earth. Just think of it as a, you know that game, people watch it in your realm, Survivor.
Yeah.
Think of this, and he shifts once more, and he does become Ryan in this moment. As a final two pact.
Why are you doing this? What is your goal here? Why?
People in your realm seem to have a whole bunch of goals about me and mine. I am just a simple creature who wants to throw a party. And when my party happens, there will be gifts and music and a celebration. Now, you should be asking, what are you, the people from your realm, these midwives? They're a means to an end. You know, they're going to help me make the party happen, but what they want is so trivial. So beneath, I guess I want out.
I think in like a moment of silence, she'll see Ryan and not hear the dodo's voice and just like really look at him. A face that she hasn't seen, not even in her dreams, in years. And just like holding back like red hot tears. But not very well. Like starts streaming.
I do not wish to cause you any more distress. And he changes back into his dodo form. Well, no matter what your friends might believe about me and about me in general, I do have the capacity to care. Why do you think I've been keeping him so safe all these years? And in the background, you hear George going, hey, do you know where my parents are? I don't know what my name is. And all of these things you heard him say last time.
He's not safe. Let me take him.
You can't. You came here as one. You can only leave as one.
What does that mean? But he came here too at some point. He hasn't gone back. You've kept him here, you said it.
I've kept him safe. Though I'm not the one who placed him here.
Who placed him here?
Roll me the night move with presence.
Okay.
As you barter with this creature.
Presence 8.
The dodo leans in. I think the dodo shifts. You see an amalgamation of people across its face. People you know, people you don't. As it settles into just a vaguely humanoid figure, all blindingly white, with a full black mask. Obsidian. And it puts a hand on your shoulder that nearly singes you, this white mass of energy. And he leans in and whispers it to you. And I am going to message you that name.
Ooh. Okay.
And as this whisper happens, you feel as if it is the loudest thing in your ear. And the baseball field falls out of existence. And again, you are floating and this creature isn't here anymore. You're wearing a Little League outfit.
Oh. Just like look around at it.
And then it glitches and changes back into what you're wearing. And a little boy floats up.
George.
Huh?
Hey.
Who's that?
It's me, Marina, remember? I'm a friend.
You're kind of old to be one of my friends.
That's okay. Some people have little kid friends and some people have older friends.
Okay. I saw that you were wearing a team outfit, then it went away. That's weird. But do you want to help me practice? I'm trying to surprise my team. If I can get better at pitching, then maybe we can win our game.
Yeah, I volunteer for the Little League, so I can help.
Okay. We'll go float over there, and I'll float over here.
Okay.
Do you have a ball glove?
A mitt?
Yeah.
I do, but it's somewhere else.
Oh. Do you have baseball?
Are any of the things like within my reach or
No.
no? I don't have that either.
Oh, I think I have extras somewhere back home. I'll wait right here. I'll go find them.
Wait, where's home? I can come with you.
I I don't know, but I'll know when I see it. And he floats off.
It chases him.
You rocket back awake.
It's like
Yeah, Taya's like still holding her.
like deep, like gasping breaths.
Hey,
What happened?
I don't even know what that was, but I saw the dodo. I saw George.
What did
Dodo,
that stupid dodo say? I tried to kick him.
he told me. Like, I'm like, that sounded like you. She's like sobbing and laughing. Like, hold her face. He turned into you, and it's fucking sick. And Violet, he turned into you, but not you. It was you, but like an uncanny valley you that was a little off.
what well, I guess not. Were my eyes a different color?
Would I have noticed that? Were they? What color were they?
Blue.
They were blue.
Violet goes so pale when you say that. Are you sure?
What is it? Who's you with blue eyes?
She pulls out her phone again and is just like, she looks like me, but if this is her, she has his eyes.
The dodo said that there are still secrets in Brindlewood Bay. Does that... maybe she's here?
If she's here, we gotta find her. Did he say anything like about her? Like,
Not about her. I thought it was you, but she looks just like you.
I think we'll fade from there. Marina, I do want to note you have an envelope crumpled in your fists with a Joker card in it. Would you add that to your cozy little place?
So uncozy.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
We're gonna move on, but first I need to message Vasney, who sent George Maplethorpe.
Oh my gosh, that was such a great.
What'd I do?
Oh my god.
I need to like catch my breath. That was
That was
terrifying.
crazy. My jaw was clenched the whole time.
I do think, because you rolled an 8 to go in, you do need to mark some sort of condition to quantify that experience.
How do you quantify that as a condition? Oh my god.
Okay.
We move now to a different day after all of this. Thea, you've made plans. What are they? Where do we find you?
I think it would open on like a doorbell ring, and then like Marina opening the door to Thea, like standing there in a little like a cute like button up, almost like a very casual looking tux attire, with a big bouquet of tulips, like of various colors, and then within the tulips a bunch of different like crystals and rocks that she's like collected, and then handing it off to Marina.
I think Marina will be in like I know you said it's like spring, so just like a little casual like printed dress, like cotton, like very loose, but a little dressed up. You could tell that she's put a little bit of extra effort into her whole thing.
Yeah.
But
I also think tying into like the last scene, it's been a couple days, right? Or is it like a couple weeks?
However far apart you want it to be.
Oh, probably like just almost a week. And I think like Thea will have like a little what's it called? Bandage like on her cheek from like the burn from holding Marina. But she'll like cover it up with, or she'll try to like not bring a lot of attention to it. Sorry, I'm nervous. I don't know why
Marina,
I'm nervous.
before you leave, your answer machine is queued up. It's got something got left on there for you.
Yeah, I think she'll kind of like take the flowers and see, just like, oh, these are beautiful. Give him a big sniff and give Tay a kiss on the not band-aid cheek. Kind of hold the other one a little gently. It's like, here, come inside while I put these in some water, and then she'll like she'll play the tape as she's getting everything.
Oh, so you both can hear it?
Ooh, yeah, Thea like brings, there's like a big bag that she has like full of stuff in it, and also a little picnic basket, and then she like comes into the the house and like sets it all down.
Marina, this isn't the first time I think you've gotten one of these, but it is the first time in fiction we are seeing one of these. As a voice goes, yeah, hi, I don't know if this is the right number or not. This is, you know, yeah, you know. Well, anyway, I was just wondering if you had time to pick up my package and drop it back off. At my place, you know, it's the one that it looks like someone wrapped a basketball, but it's not a basketball, but it is round. It was left at the post office, or you'll find it wherever it is. If you could just drop it back off, down somewhere on the beach. I'll pick it up later. I'll be down there later today. Thank you so much. You are a lifesaver. See you later. And then it clicks.
Oh. Did you need to do that, Marina?
I do now.
Yeah, I mean we can make a quick stop before.
No. This is important. Let's do this first. Do I have any idea what this guy's talking about?
You heard that you need to go to the post office and pick up a package that is not a basketball, but wrapped like a basketball, and leave it at the beach. You do not have to do this now.
Okay.
But when you complete this, you can mark experience. So whether it's in this session or in a future session.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, just let me know. I mean, I have my motorcycle, you know.
Okay. Yeah, maybe on the drive back.
Okay.
Yeah, a little beach date after
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, another date after our date.
I know, I'm getting a little greedy, but
I don't. You know, I think you can afford to be a little greedy.
Oh, come on. And then just have the tulips in water, and then lock up and go outside.
Yeah, I think Thea like hands Marina like the second helmet for her, and then like loads up her motorcycle where Violet usually sits with all the like stuff for the date, and then gets on the motorcycle.
Yeah, get on the motorcycle, put the helmet on, do all the things.
Where do we... Oh, go ahead.
Taya's gonna reach back and then grab Marina's like hands and then pull her hands around her waist and go, safety first.
She'll like kind of like lean in, like put her like her face on Taya's back.
Thea, where are you taking her?
Thea is gonna bring Marina to the Brindlewood Bay Cemetery, up to Grace's grave.
You do have to pass a few familiar names on your way, of course. JJ was not buried, so there is no plot here. But you do see the plots of some others that you know. Rocco Corbin, for example. You barely knew him, but his plot is here. And then, of course, all of the others.
Marina will place a crystal like on top of the stones or of the plots of everyone she passes that she knew.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think Thea will have like a couple like plant cuttings that she'll like set down that are in like little jars next to their graves.
The only one that when you place the plant cutting next to the headstone, the memorial one for George Maplethorpe, it immediately wilts.
Oh,
I mean, that's okay. I can grab another plant cutting for him.
freaky stuff.
You guys move on to Grace's.
Yeah, Taya's gonna kind of shuffle up and go, "Hey, Grace, still here?" Um, and then start to like set up like a picnic basket or picnic blanket, and start like pulling out a bunch of like picnic things to set down for Marina. And then she'll pull out some flowers and like the those like cases straight from like the plant shop.
I think Marina will just like stand like whenever she approaches, and after you say that, she'll just be like, "It's so nice to finally meet you. Thank you for having us."
I hope it's not too weird, Marina. I just thought, I mean, I was telling Grace all about you, and I have been ever since I've been visiting. And I just wanted her to meet you.
Oh, I'm honored. This is so special that you would have brought me here.
Yeah. And I didn't really like look up the rules of this place, but I thought we could just like plant flowers around Grace's grave. They'll probably get pulled up anyway, you know. But I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I mean, I'm getting better. You're teaching me well.
Yeah. But here. And then as they're like getting into it, I think Taya's gonna like pull her arms around Marina's to like
Classic.
yeah help plant the flowers around the grave. And they'll sort of like settle back, or she'll settle back into the picnic basket or picnic blanket, and sort of like pat the space next to her.
Marina will go sit down next to her and just kind of ask, "So, I want to hear about her. What was she like?"
Well, you know, we met out dancing. She was kind of standing by herself, and you know, I came over to her and I asked if she wanted to dance. She was incredible, and I know we fought a lot, especially towards the end, but we had a lot of really great moments together too. She's the one who asked to marry me. We bought a house together.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was just so kind and so beautiful. I really couldn't believe that she chose me, you know?
Why would you say that? You're the most wonderful person I've ever met. I'll, like, hold her hand.
Taya will like squeeze it and go, that's I still can't believe it. But I mean, how about you? How'd you meet Ryan?
Oh, we've kind of just grew up together. We met as kids. He was always really shy, and I was always very loud. And I don't know, we just kind of fit together. And I miss him a lot, but I think about him all the time. But I'm so happy. I think she just kind of like chokes up a little bit.
Oh,
When he when he was with me, things were very easy. Things were very easy, and I always fit into what I knew. I always fit into, the roles of a wife, of a mother, and that was all I ever knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy. He loved me, and I loved him. And when he died, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was anything else. And there was so much more.
Yeah.
But I felt so guilty for having it all.
I don't think you should feel that way.
I loved him so much, but I didn't get to do so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't resent him for 1 second. He gave me everything. But I've done so much, and I've been so happy, and now I'm so happy.
I feel the same way. I wasn't there for Grace, and I did that because I was selfish. I couldn't stand myself, and I really blamed myself for a really long time, the same way you did. And but I think I'm starting to realize that, like, she loved me, Ryan loved you, and I think we have a right to live past that, right?
Right. And this feels good. This feels right. And I know your heart is good.
I'm starting to believe it. I don't know, Marina, I look at you and I feel like you've collected every jagged and fragile piece of me, and every time I see you, you just put me back together and you hold me as if I'm not broken.
You're not broken.
And I don't know, I just hope, with the rest of this life that we're both living, I could repay you 10-fold, 20-fold, 1,000 times over, because you deserve that. And you're so much more than, just a wife or someone who just takes care of people. You're so fun, you're so kind. You deserve to live life 100%, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And I just hope I'm there with you.
Oh, since knowing you, I mean, we've already done so much, and I feel like I get to take care of you when your arms are broken and when you're off doing God knows what. But then I'm off there doing that stuff too. And I'm sliding in cars, albeit not as good as you do, but
You're getting really good at that, though.
I know if Daniel just let us a few times,
Yeah.
I guess there are other cars, but
No,
it's
but her car has like the perfect slope.
right?
Yeah.
I think the two of you should clear a condition. You're gardening.
Yes.
Gardening.
Thea, gardening is your activity, so I will give you choices. You can unmark something from your cozy little place.
Okay.
You can clear a second condition. Or you can ask me a question and I'll answer honestly.
Whoa. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. And nightmares if possible.
Yeah, if you clear in nightmares, I'm gonna do a little bit of things. So you can clear it.
I'm
Things.
gonna do it.
I love things.
I also love things.
Anything left to say that you need to before we move from this scene?
Yeah. I think Taya's gonna like dig through her bag and go, "Oh, Marina, I got you 2 gifts. You know, uh for our date and all that."
Mhm.
Yeah, and then she like pulls out like a hand-sized like big package that's like this big, and then a much smaller package that's like a black box wrapped with a teal bow, like a sea colored bow, and then hand it to her. You should open up the big one first.
Opens the big one like a little raccoon.
It's a like a metal detector with both of their initials engraved into it.
This is beautiful. Immediately just starts.
Anything pop up?
Not yet, but I'm gonna get something.
Yeah.
Would you replace your handheld metal detector with engraved metal detector?
Yes. Ooh, do I uncheck it?
And you uncheck it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Engraved. Sick. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it so much. And then I open the little one.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you open it, it's like just like a small rock that has a little bit of like a thumb groove in it. And it's like a striped rock. And Taya's gonna say, just I found that and I thought you could use it as like a worry stone. Because I'm reckless and I'm crazy and I know you worry about me and you want to take care of me, which is amazing, but I'll be okay. Okay? You make life worth living. Like I want to continue every day because of you. I want to stay up all night because of you. I just want to be with you all the time. And I can't be breaking arms again cuz how will I hold you?
I'll pat you right back up. And then she'll like just hold it in her hand and go in for a little kiss.
Yeah, Taya kisses her back and then holds like the hand with the stone and then flips like Marina's hand over. I also engraved it.
Oh, you just love engraving stuff.
I do. It's sort of
That
my thing.
Dremel tool's getting used.
Yeah, it's getting used.
And on the back it says, "May I always be by your side as you live your life to the fullest."
Oh, she looks at it and mentally she's like, I'm about to give you some gifts. But yep. Like, this is great.
Yeah, and Dan's just gonna lean in for a kiss.
I think we'll fade from there. Because I don't think we need to go anywhere else from there.
With intention, just
Yeah.
With intention, we fade. Violet. As we follow, we zoom out of there and we go to a different day. Where do we find you?
I think she's at home. She's just finished up filling the crow feeder, which is different from the last time we saw it. In fact, she brought it home from the bird show. It is covered in some very, very strange runes, and looks to be handmade.
Yeah, those viewers at home with keen eyes and bright minds, Would be smart to connect these runes to the same runes we saw peppered over the hands, the severed hands, and way back in Dead Man's hand, those runes as well. You're filling up with feed. You can hear Murray in the background, just murraying about.
I'm coming. And she...
Snack?
Yeah, Murray will get a snack too, don't worry. Yes.
Snack now!
Snack now. And she closes the bird feeder and goes to walk back in the house. Right now, buddy. Okay.
Good bird.
And she, as she goes through the door, there's a screen door, and when she opens it, you see her like ninja maneuver her way through the door, and it's like, not today, Murray. We're staying in the house for our snack, okay?
You almost hear him go,
How about 2 snacks?
Good bird.
Good bird.
Good bird, get 3 snack?
You drive a hard bargain, Murray. I will let you have 3 snacks.
From some other room with an open doorway, you would just hear Gavin yell out, "He's gonna get fat."
No, he's not.
Keep giving him 3 snacks.
Yeah, he flies around, like follows you around the house all the time. And you're upstairs, you're downstairs, you're running all around.
When he's got bird diabetes.
I don't think that's a thing.
You don't think? Maybe. I don't have cell signal. And he sort of sticks his head out of I think maybe he's in the kitchen. He was like finishing up some dishes. You don't think bird diabetes are real?
Are you a bird veterinarian now? What have you been looking up?
What have you been looking up?
Not bird diabetes.
Well, I'll file that away for later, so when I can't sleep, I will find out about bird diabetes, and you'll be so sad when I'm right.
Well, fine. You can get Murray to fly around more to compensate for the 3rd snack. I mean, he's such a good bird, though.
Gavin looks over at Murray and goes, "Exercise? Exercise?" Murray doesn't say anything. This bird is sexist.
Just give him a snack once in a while, and then he'll repeat back after you. Because, see, Murray is a very good bird.
Good bird. Good bird.
Good Murray. Oh, yeah, guess what, Murray?
Animals.
Murray's friends are coming to visit soon, by the way, too. Yeah. Friends visit.
Friends visit?
Yeah, friends visit.
And he starts hopping around his cage.
And
are these bird friends or are these Thea and Marina?
Thea and Marina are bird friends, but I mean, technically the crows should be here soon, so I guess both?
Oh, that is true. He sort of looks at his watch. You're right.
Violet kind of bustles around for a minute and gets the snacks for Murray, and gets him settled. She fusses around a little bit, getting the cage in like the perfect spot in front of the window so he can watch the crows. And he's like, so is today a good day to tell you something that's gonna make you probably not very happy with me?
I don't know if there's ever really like a best day to be doing that. Maybe any day is as good as any other day. What are the planets? I was looking up about the planets, right? Like if the planets are bad, you're not supposed to say things, and if they're good, then have you checked the planets?
I haven't, but I can text Marina real quick and see if she knows.
Oh,
I
no,
feel like
hold
she
on.
might.
I'll
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
And Marina, we like get a pop-up screen where you get a text from Gavin. How are the planets?
Marina just goes, "Round?" ?
They're round, so as good as day as any.
Okay, that checks out.
What's going on?
I should have asked Murray. He probably he probably
Murray
knows what's
knows.
going. Yeah, Murray knows what's going on with planets.
You know so much, Murray. He says it every day. Violet.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. Okay, he's been through a lot.
And how about you? Sort of comes and sidles up next to you with a concerned look.
She kind of like gently bumps her hip into his and is like, so I have something to show you. And she takes a deep breath and grabs his hand and leads him down to like the little computer desk in the basement.
He starts nervously joking. If you're gonna show me like divorce papers, I can't see. I'm so sorry. I've had a medical emergency. It's not that, right?
No, it's not divorce papers.
We couldn't have come back from that one. I'm kidding. All right, what? I'm sorry. I'm just nervous. I don't like seeing you nervous.
I've told you before, the only way you're getting rid of me is if you decide to murder me, and you would never do that, so we're stuck with each other.
God, the cleanup would be horrendous.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
Oh, God.
But...
Oh, yeah, the guilt. No.
Well, the guilt you could live with, I'm sure. It's really just the cleanup that would be the problem.
What is it? As you guys like sort of get down there.
Okay.
All right, my hands are getting sweaty.
So, I think it might just be easier if I show you. And she goes to the computer and like logs in, and then you can see like the mouse is like shaking a little bit as she does this.
She puts a hand on your shoulder.
Clicks on the wrong thing. And I think it's a video of Murray that she had on the computer to send to the Maven. And so blasting from the speakers for a moment is just, Murray knows Murray, friend. And she's like, no, not that. You just saw Murray. That's not right. Okay, hold on.
Breathe, Violet.
I don't think I need to breathe. Like, are you a medical? I don't think you became a medical expert in the last day.
So I'm not a vet. I'm not a medical expert.
Yeah,
but
you're
you
not.
need to breathe. He starts like giving your shoulders a massage of like, all right, we're both going to be calm about this.
Okay. And she opens the picture, and then just like, I think she just like covers her eyes and like, but like is like peeking through her fingers and like looks up at him. I got this. From my contact who I wasn't really supposed to be in contact with anymore.
I think he was standing behind you, and I think you just sort of feel the weight of his like chest on top of your back. His hands are still there, but he just gives your shoulders a squeeze.
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling?
I don't know, because I mean it has to be them, right?
Yeah. Those eyebrows. That chin. Those are from you.
You like those eyebrows and that chin.
I do. I adore them. That also means you've got a strong genetic code. Somehow I don't see in any of our other children.
Oh, come on. Lark has my ears for sure.
Yeah, my skin tone.
Well, Mavis has your laugh.
laughs can be taught. And he sort of gives your shoulders another squeeze. And he goes,
You know it's genetic.
that looks like them, all right. Do you have anything else?
Not really. It's... I mean, it seems like they might have been here after all, but okay. The really weird thing is I got 2 pictures and she flips to the second one and then like flips back and is like, but in one of them, like they were gone, but like, and it could just be like they took another photo, but like everything's exactly the same in them. And like, I don't know. I don't know. But
That doesn't make any sense.
It
Who would
doesn't.
pay for 2 photos
Yeah, that's just crazy.
when they've got the one with all 3? And they're all, it's like not even a hair is, and you see him like gears turning in real time about what this means. Because you've sort of sprung a lot on poor Gavin here.
Yeah, poor Gavin.
He goes, I'm about to do so much Googling.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you have bird diabetes to look up too.
Forget about the bird diabetes. Violet. And he's sort of like, I think he's like sort of put his arms fully around,
Yeah,
so he's
she's
like
got,
hugging you
like-
from the back. Yeah.
Yeah, like
This
Gavin.
is more than we knew before. And I'm not mad.
Are you
So
sure?
knowing you at some point I'm gonna want to know how long you've known, but that's not necessary right now.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Whoever this is, I love them.
She just starts crying.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Okay.
I wouldn't blame you for murdering me.
Think about the guilt. And he gives you a pat and he goes, why would I want to end the best thing that's ever happened to me?
She just starts crying, and I think turns around and just kisses him and then like presses her forehead to his. And it's just like, I don't know what I did in this life to deserve you. I think I probably stole you, but I'm gonna keep you anyway.
That's fine by me.
Good.
Well, we've got a not fat bird, and it's almost crow time, and the planets are round, and there she is on your computer screen. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, and yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. But no octane, preferably this time.
Are you doing octane?
I mean, like, only twice.
Oh, thank God it wasn't 3 times, or else.
Well,
And
yeah,
he-
the third time would be the worst, right?
Knowing you, probably.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 times didn't exactly go that great. I think
I thought
saw
you would have
Big
learned your lesson from our honeymoon.
Listen, I
The
can't
cleanup in that
complain.
one. It's giving me night sweats.
We
And
were
he sort-
young. You
Yeah,
were
we
the
are.
one that talked to the guy on the beach, okay? That was you. Mm-hmm.
You got me there. Come on, let's get out of the basement. We'll figure this out. And I'm sure you've already racked your brain about all the things I'm just now starting to think about. So you'll get me caught up in a moment. But let's get a drink. Let's go up there. It's almost crow time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'd say race you, but I think we'd both fall on our asses, so
We can just tell Thea that we raced later. And
Rock,
say that
paper,
we
scissors
both
to
would
see
have
who
beat her.
won.
What's that?
Rock, paper, scissors to see who wins.
Oh, absolutely. You're gonna lose.
All right, ready?
All right, yeah.
Rock,
Rock,
paper,
paper,
scissors.
Shoot.
Shoot. Damn it, we
Oh,
tied.
you went too slow. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it, you win.
Ah.
I gotta stop
You're
throwing
gonna be so
scissors. And I think he still has your hand, and he like takes you back up the stairs.
Yeah.
His hands are so sweaty, though. That's the kind of the one fault to Gavin. Never stops sweating.
Yeah. Well, he has reason right now. That's a lot.
The planets are round.
The planets are round. That's the reason for all the problems in the world.
The next several nights, you notice it takes Gavin a very long time to fall asleep. And if you ever ask him about it, he just says what he always says when that happens. You know, sometimes you can't get the brain to quit thinking.
Yeah, I think after the first night or so, Violet just starts putting a cup of like sleepy time tea with like chamomile and lavender just quietly like on his nightstand for the next few nights, and just
the quiet ways in which you guys care for one another. And we move on. We follow a white raven. It's skipping out on crow time over at Violet's house. There are plenty of other birds squawking for a treat or a meal, or with one another sharing gossip. Ghost Raven doesn't need that. It has a keen eye on what's going on. It doesn't need to hear anything secondhand. And it flies through town, past someone picking up a package on the beach, into the woods, to the fen. And it lands and hops up to a bench and sits very patiently. After a while, we see the large hair of one Miss Amelia trot in. Go up to the bench she always sits on to read Newt Fancy. Look at the bird. I didn't know we were making like reservations. Every other Tuesday I come and sit on this bench, but now you're here. I'll check my calendar. Pulls out her phone. Oh, it's dead. Oh, alright. We could share. Ghost Raven looks at her. Doesn't move. Amelia sits back down, pulls out the copy of Newt Fancy that was in the crook of her arm and cracks it open, and begins to read. An hour passes by. This ritual of Amelia coming here, reading Newt Fancy every other Tuesday afternoon, means that the newts in the area, of course, are aware. And after an hour or so, the first one scurries up. Not just crow time in Brindlewood Bay, it's newt time, as Amelia goes, here. And she reaches into a pocket and pulls out something that would be enticing and lays it on the ground and looks over at the Ghost Raven. I didn't know you were going to be here. I would have brought something for you. I only know a lot about newts. Ghost Raven goes to open its beak to squawk, but it is silent. And then it lunges and pecks at Amelia. She goes, "Oh, hey!" And she sort of gets up, and she's got Newt Fancy, and then she sort of pulls it back as the bird hops on the bench. Okay, maybe once a month then. I don't know what you want. This is the best place to the light. Fine. The Newts have scurried away at this point. And Amelia, Newt Fancy tucked back under her arm, but with a page folded so she knows where to pick back up on, stands up and moves away. She looks back at the ghost raven, who has spread its wingspan across the bench. It's a free bench, I think. There's no reservation system, so I'm just being very kind to you right now, Mr. Bird. Cloud moves in above her. Dark. She goes, it's gonna rain anyway. I'll come back on a Wednesday. And she leaves. The cloud stays. And then out of the cloud, in broken pieces, a bunch of bones fall from the sky into the pond at the fen. And they sink and are enraptured by this inky darkness and returned to its final resting place. Once this occurs, the ghost raven settles back down, sits on its bench. Cocks its head. It has an idea. You see the ghost raven turn around to the back of this wooden bench, been painted some sort of color that has started to fade, and begin to use its beak and its claws to scratch at the paint. I can't speak, but it still has something to say. We zoom away from here. The ghost raven leaving a message. To another pond. The other pond next to all of the mannequins, where rings were found buried and not me's were seen, and all manner of vile and weird octane trip has taken us, where bones bubble to the surface. They're not vulture bones. They're human bones. They bubble up, and one by one they begin disintegrating. A hand reaches into frame to pull out a jaw before it can turn into dust. This hand that takes this jaw is gloved, and as it grabs it, we see the fabric start to singe as if this pond is magma, and they suffer burns. but they have what they wanted, what they waited for. And they take the jaw and walk over to a mannequin that is dressed in all white with a black mask. And they affix it to the mannequin head. The clothing worn here, a 3-piece entirely white suit with tails, is lumpy. As our camera pans out, start to realize it is lumpy because between the mannequin and the fabric there are other bones that have been affixed. Our gloved hands slightly singed. They finally get freshened enough. They pull off their gloves entirely, and we see perfectly manicured hands with these burn marks. But as these burn marks bubble and move, we see runes pop up on them. And they finally get the jaw right. And they put the mask back on. And an incantation is said. Something ungulate and throbbing and altogether displeasing out of what normally is a very nice speaking voice. And the jaw moves back, and the mannequin takes its first step. And in a laugh, cry, mangled moment, our midwife who is performing this ritual I thought you'd look more like him. The jaw moves. There's no voice that responds. And it strides off to do its job. We zoom out from here, from a severe blonde bob left alone in a field of mannequins, save for the one abandoning her all over again, to another place in Brindlewood Bay. As our scene changes, we find ourselves in night. A night illuminated by a moon over what once was Ocean View Grocery before it exploded and left nothing but debris. That debris has been on the move lately, with town hall meetings going the way the public hoped, that this area would become part of the Brindlewood Bay Fen and returned as a generous donation by Mariah Prescott, who owns the land and was the owner of the grocery store, to widen the to widen the nature area access here in Brindlewood Bay. So kind, so wonderful. What a great philanthropist she is. But Mariah's not here right now. She's got other things to attend to, a party to plan. Instead, we find ourselves with someone else. A woman masked, ivory mask. She's got a heart in caked dark blood, having not washed it off from the last group meeting of the midwives. And here under the moon, she has a silver bowl full of water. In this bowl, she has placed tulips and crystals. and all manner of conduit. The bowl itself, being metallic, is reflecting the moonlight from above, and she takes 2 fingers and swirls everything together. As she does, the water begins to turn, and you see that she moves her mask slightly up so that she can let a tear fall hit it. And as that tear ricochets against the water full of flowers and crystals, the water itself turns red and then to inky black. Out from her robe, she takes an envelope, an invitation, and she dips it into this bowl. Slowly, slowly, slowly. As soon as the first corner of this envelope, this invitation, hits the water, the paper acts like a sponge and sucks up this dark water into it, and the envelope turns jet black. She whispers something again, mirroring our other before, something throbbing and ungulate and thick and discordant, as if many voices are speaking out of her own. And the water becomes clear, the envelope is black, and a cloud covers the moon. She takes that bowl of water as she stands up. She takes her mask off, and we see her clean it. She's done what she was supposed to do, so she can remove the marker. She'll be ready for the party. She just has to deliver this. And as the cloud moves away from the moon, we see reflected in the metallic nature of the silver bowl here, one Miss Madison Hapsbury looking back. And that's where we'll end tonight. Well, for those of you who are watching, thank you for watching. For those of you who played, I am having so much fun playing. I hope you are too. And from all of us here, as it is below and is below with you. All right, we're recording again because I have to make good on a promise. I promised to you, Megan, that Violet would find out who that bee is. And find out you shall. In this stinger scene.
The quadruple S?
Mm-hmm. The quadruple S. We open on a computer that has been, it's been on so long, figures are starting to like burn into the screen. You know, when you leave it on the same thing, that same thing being a missing persons database. And this computer is in a basement. There's no outward windows or lights. It's very different from the computer that was looking up all of you way back in the beginning of this season. What's not different is the person doing the research. We see the back of them hunched over at this computer. We don't hear anything except for key clacks and a mouse click. And they open up a folder that has a photo of every person they sent you. A photo of George Mapplethorpe. before he went missing. A photo of young Carolyn, wide, toothy grin, and a photo of a returned Carolyn, wider eyes. We see a photo of a young Corinne Whately, signature Whately blonde hair. And we see a photo of her returned. Her posture is a lot stricter. We see a photo of Spots. There's no before, just a photo labeled after. We see them sit back in their chair and look at all these people. And they drag a photo open, and it is the J.C. Penney 1980s or earlier photo of one Phoenix and two strangers. You know that they pull these photos up a lot because they slot into the right spaces on the screen to show that they've left this computer open with these photos for God knows how long. Recent storms, of course, knocked the power, which means they need to pull them back up. Next to this computer is a Rolodex and lots of legal pads. And they scribble some more notes down. Different permutations of names, different dates. You know, you're sort of like you don't know how to do the math, but maybe you'll find the right answer. We see this person break their pencil in half. I've been plagued with this for years. They haven't figured it out. So many other things they've figured out, not this. They turn the computer monitor off, and the room is in darkness. They stand up. We can't see them pretty much at all until we see a hand on a switch, and they flip open up the lights in this room, a basement room. In a freshly remodeled city hall. They pull out their phone. They shut the door to this room. And they step out into the mayor's office. The mayor's sitting there, of course, in his office, and he looks up at this figure and he goes, "At this point, I think you might as well, I don't know why you haven't given up yet, but I thank you for keep looking into it. It is quite odd." The figure doesn't say anything. They shoot off a text. "To you, Violet." And they pick their hat up and put it on their head. And nod at the mayor and step out. And they get to the front of City Hall, a place they've been many times before, and sit down on the step. Violet, you get a text that comes to your email inbox from that bee that says, "I'm about at my wit's end. think I could use your help. And they text you the address to City Hall.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's gonna reply, like, be there in 10, and head that way.
You pull up, and another car pulls in. So now there are 4 cars in this parking lot. The mayor working late as usual. The familiar car of Danny, who, seeing you pulling in and her pulling in at the same time, drives straight through and pulls out the other side. As a journalist, it's important to know when not to stick your nose into something. As she drives away, sort of you pass, her car finishes obscuring the figure sitting on the steps. There in his browns, Wyman Dalrymple sits, waiting for you to show up.
I think her face goes from shock to confusion, and I think she ends up with kind of a little smile and goes, well, I might have guessed it was you, but what can I do for you?
Hopefully something. And he'll lead you inside. Would you add access to the crisis room to your cozy little place?
Yes.
And we'll end there. Well, I guess re-end there. I'll stop the recording now.